Hey, thank you so much for checking out today's video. I'm Pastor Matt, this is Pastor Adrienne, and we pray this message blesses you and encourages you all throughout your week.
Absolutely. For any more information on how to be praying with us or to become a part of our community or to give, please head on over to TakeOverGR.com.
Daddy.
Say daddy. He doesn't want to talk.
Pastor Scott Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys. Yeah, I know, he doesn't want it. Yeah. Nobody will stay down there for right now. Yeah, so the last couple weeks, I think I shared this at the prayer room, not this most recent one, but 2 prayer rooms ago. I just shared about how I felt like in the middle of the night before, the Lord had woken me up and was like trying to tell me something and get my attention and have me pray in the middle of the night. Which for me is like, that's very uncommon. I've not had that happen a lot. And then it happened again last night at like 2 in the morning. I was awake. Hi, buddy. And part of that, like, I just wanted to kind of talk about that for a second, because I just feel like what the Lord is trying to like press on me is just like really actually beneficial for our whole entire house. But the first time that happened to me, the one that I shared last Friday, was he was kind of like asking me questions, and when I woke up, it was like I was wide awake, like right away. It was like I woke up and I was extremely alert. Everything was like crystal clear as to what he was trying to tell me. And then last night, when I woke up, I was still very, very tired. The last couple weeks have been doing a lot. We've been working on our backyard a lot of like physical moving stuff and planting and all the stuff that comes along with that. So like my body, like I am physically tired. And last night, like when he woke me up in the middle of the night, like I felt that, like I felt very, very tired. To the point where I was like, man, I just woke up, might as well just try to go back to sleep. But then I felt like he was like trying to like get my attention through my sleepiness, my tiredness. And what I felt like he was trying to like get my attention on was like resting in him. Knowing the physical state that I was in and interrupting the remedy for that, and him kind of coming to me and being like, are you like actually going to rest in me? So and that brought me to Matthew 11, just when Jesus is speaking, and he says, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And, you know, I know in his specific time period, he's really talking about the law, like the Jewish law at the time. But I also think that there's like something to be said in there for like, man, how many times, especially as Americans, I just feel like we have this notion of like, man, like I just need a vacation. Like I just need to like get away from all of this. And which, dude, I love a good vacation. Nothing wrong with like going and doing stuff and you know, go see the world, go take a rest somewhere physically. That's great. But where I feel like he was talking to me specifically was like, do you value that over resting, like the rest that I can give you? And it just kind of was like, it was really like kind of wrecking me last night. Just like a realization of, man, that's great. Like, I can plan a trip to go somewhere. I can plan to take a day off work and, do whatever. But at the end of the day, if I am taking that day and I'm not actually resting in him, then my soul is not getting the rest that it needs. Like, my body could be getting the rest that it needs, but my soul is still trying to carry the heavy burden that's not his. Where he says, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. Like, that's him pairing himself with you. Like, his yoke, like, if you ever, I don't know if you guys have seen like an actual yoke on a couple animals, but it's that big wooden beam that goes across their back and they split the load and pull the plow. So, like, why am I trying to pull the plow on my own when he clearly states that his yoke is easy, that he will yoke himself to you, and he will be the one that is really carrying the load going forward? I just felt like that, for me, like, that was just such a revelation of, like, man, there's a huge difference between that physical rest that we all, like, hunger for, we all strive to, like, get in our lives, where it's like, man, I'm, like, physically tired. I need to try to go to bed early tonight, Like, that type of, you're trying to take care of your body because you know that it's tired. But are you doing the same thing for your soul? Like, are you intentionally, like, maybe your body's physically fine, but, man, maybe I should go to bed early tonight so that, like, in the morning I can get up and pray with him. Or maybe my body feels physically fine, but tonight I know that I need to stay up a little bit later because I need to be with him. I need to be praying before I go to bed, and or I need to be, dude, if he wakes you up in the middle of the night, which I don't know if many of you have that happen, because I feel like sometimes we can, like, wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh man, I woke up, like, go to the bathroom and then, like, go back to bed, and, like, you don't really think anything of it. But I think sometimes, like, he's actually trying to get your attention. You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes that's like are we listening as opposed to just trying to, like, comfort ourselves and just go back to sleep? Because I do think that is, like, he is trying to get our attention with that. And, like, man, if he's trying to talk to you in the middle of the night, it must be something important. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I've kind of aligning with the rest, like, for your soul. The other thing that I was really being pressed on me is just, like, the obedience to what he's calling you to do in the moment is so paramount to actually hearing from him. Where, like, man, if he's trying to get your attention and it's just like okay, well, I'm just going to go back to sleep, or in the middle of the day he's trying to get your attention, it's like, oh, well, I'm in the middle of something, but I'll pray in a second. Like, dude, what he's trying to tell you in that moment might be, like, such a revelation for you that might not be the same 2 hours later. So I would encourage all of you as we go forward, like, this is something that, and again, when I say, like, I encourage all of you, like, I don't want that to come off as, like, I'm not doing it myself, because I fully am, like, this is coming from a place of me implementing and learning stuff myself before I even say anything to you guys. So, like, what I encourage all of us to do is be on the lookout for those moments when he is trying to speak to you. Like, in the middle of the night, dude, people wake up sometimes, maybe it's not him. That's totally fine. But my encouragement would be, like, dude, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you just had, like, a crazy dream, maybe just write it down. Just write it down and just, like ask the question, Lord, are you trying to speak to me right now? Even through, like, the fog or whatever of being asleep, just have that moment with him of, like, Lord, are you trying to tell me something right now? Because I'm going to sit here for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, and I'm just going to listen. And you know what? If it's not, cool, I'll just go back to sleep. But if you're trying to tell me something, then, dude, this could be like a moment of sweet revelation that I have a moment with you to actually interrupt what I really enjoy doing. Because, I mean, I feel like most of us enjoy, like, when you're in a deep sleep. Like, that's awesome, you know? But, like, it's something that I enjoy doing or that is restful for me that you're going to interrupt because you have something better. Dude, that's crazy. So my encouragement is that we be on the lookout for that, and also that we be intentional with rest for our souls. That we are being intentional with taking that time of just sitting with him. Like, you don't even have to say anything, but just taking like 10, 15 minutes throughout your day, like periodically, and just being like, Lord, if you want to put on music, that's cool, but I'm just going to sit with you. Like, if you have something to tell me, but I'm just going to sit in your presence. I'm just going to tell you how much I love you. And I need that light burden for my soul. And just be open with him and tell him, like, that's what I need. You know, my body might be broken right now, but my soul just needs to be unburdened. And he is the God of yes and amen. Like, those are his promises. So, dude, I promise you, because he promises you, that is what will come to your soul is that rest that is in him that he is willing to give. So yeah, that's what I got. So.